Hello, 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 everyone. Hey, welcome back to my channel. All right, let's see what we got for you right now. If you like those Italian bread and butter cars back in the 80s, you're watching the right video. What we got for you right now, it's a 143 scale, 1983 Fiat Regata. The famous mid-size Fiat from the early 80s to the 80s altogether. Regata is here. Good looking car. Very attractive. I found it very modern for its age. When it came out in 83, I looked at it, so it was quite modern. It looks quite looks it looks quite attractive, quite modern. Beautiful car, beautiful car. I got this one, and in Latin America, this was called Fiat Regata with a double T. And not just in Latin America, also in Sweden, I was reading. Because in Sweden, regatta with one T, it meant something like a bad term for a woman. So they made it as the way they said it in Latin America with a double T. I also have the one with a double T in model, which is basically look alike. Probably a little different here and there, but probably the hubcaps are different. But most of it is the same. But I have it also. I'll post it in the future video. But like I said, this is one of those cars that the Fiat Uno and the Fiat Regata and those are models that you once we mentioned them, it brings the 80s right away. The 80s right away. It came out as a 5-door version like this one. I'm sorry, 4-door. 4-door saloon or a 5-door weekend. They call it a station wagon, the weekend car. State. I don't have the station wagon. Actually, I'm about to buy one, but the station wagon they only have it as a resin. I think is Kess has it, and they're very expensive. So let me know if you find one, guys. If you see one cheap, let me know right away, and I'll tackle it. Oh goodness. Now this is a very popular model also like I mentioned before in some countries in South America, specifically in Argentina, quite popular. It was sold pretty good. It was actually assembled also in Argentina. So this model was assembled in Italy and in Argentina. It lasted in the market from 1983 to 1990 in Italy and other European countries. And in South America, specifically Argentina, it was from 1985 until 1995. Usually, cars in Latin America they try to keep them a lot longer because they feel that they're, you know, certain countries you gotta keep up with their models. Otherwise, they get very boring and these other brands start selling better. But in third world countries, they keep the models a little longer. There's not enough money to keep renovating cars and changing models every 2 3 years. So they try to keep these models in their market for a lot longer because they feel they're still good for the market. And if they're still popular, even better. Even better. And by the way, guys, this looks exactly how they look in real life. It's like I said, a pretty basic model, but the way you see in this diecast is the way it is in real life. I've seen many of them in person. You see, I have big stripes in the grill, very Fiat type. That's the Fiat logo back in the 80s. They had a big sideways stripe, not sideways, but in the angle. Alright guys, so I'm going to go around a few times to get a nice look at the car, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so what do you guys think about this car? Do you still remember them? If you from the 80s or 70s or 90s, around that era, you probably remember them. Unless they were not sold in your country. But if you're from Europe or Latin America, let me know, guys. By the way, were they ever sold in Asia or Africa or in Australia, New Zealand? Were they sold in your country? How popular were they? How reliable were they, too? All right, guys. Now, do not forget to give me that nice thumbs up. I really, really appreciate when you guys let me know that you're enjoying these videos as much as I'm enjoying making them. Also, do not forget to click and subscribe. And when you click and subscribe, do not forget to also click the bell next to the subscribe button, which will remind you more about videos I'm posting. So you don't have to keep looking; the system will automatically let you know. And also comment. Let me know what, guys. Like I said before, have you seen them on the road? Have you ever drove one of these? Or you like me, you collect them in a model, diecast model or resin model, or your scale model altogether. Let me know the scale that you guys collect and all that. Yeah, it's always good to know. Always good communication. I love reading other people's stories about the cars that they've seen in the videos and what they think about them and everything. All right? So take care of yourselves more than ever. And goodbye.